It is my honor to be with you here today and to share a few insights that I've gained about the extraordinary power of dreams. Now, I've had the privilege, look at me, on a horse. I've had the privilege of traveling the world. Let's see if you get me traveling. There I am. And meeting so many of you who are filled with dreams. Oh, I love dreams. And I'm grateful to be at my vantage point in life where I can look back and see how many of my little girl dreams not only became the driving force, but the direction, the meaning, the why, and the purpose of my life. Now, I was born into a very loving family, thank you, God. And my dad was at the head of the family. And he had been a merchant marine, he was a carpenter, and he was a spiritual minister. And he had the remarkable ability to envision something in his head and create it, like an extension to our kitchen, or the front of a cabinet that he saw in a dream. And the next few weeks, he created it into something beautiful. He also created amazing experiences for us. We had a daddy-daughter date every month, and we would go to New York City, and we would see the sights. We would go to the museums. And he taught me that it takes stamina to make dreams come true. When we went fishing, fishing teaches you stamina, patience, the lessons you learn. He also taught me about how to rough it. Took us camping, took us to places just around our own community, like the Adirondack Mountains, where we would go hiking. Now, he also taught me a very valuable lesson, and it was, you don't have to, that your dreams can come true, but you have to not only work hard, but you have to work smart. Now, I thought I was pretty smart. So I thought, okay, I think I'm smart because he thinks I'm smart. So now I'm smart. You know, it's so empowering when you suggest to someone something about one of their strengths, or maybe you see something in someone, saying and acknowledging that it's the best gift. So I'm going to share with you a very simple path, because every dream you have, if you follow this, because I did, they will come true. Okay? But it's not so easy. Step one, make room for your dreams. Dreams take up space, they take up time. Now, don't waste your time with silly little dreams. Dream big, dream boldly, dream expansively. Whatever your dream is, the next thing you have to do is stop telling yourself that you'll never do it. Have you ever had a dream and say, oh, that probably won't come true? Really bad idea to say that, because we are our beliefs. So you have to very, very emphatically shove your fears away. You make your dreams personal, and you protect them at all times. And that's why New Skin's here today, by the way. Because that was a dream at one point. We kept it personal, and we continue to protect it. But when I was small, I used to daydream a lot. How many of you have daydreamed? And you get in trouble for it, right? They say, stop daydreaming. Well, guess what? I never said that to my children. Can I throw this to you, because I'm not in charge? Thank you. sorry, I couldn't break it. Because dreaming is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to envision ourselves as successful or happy or doing something or traveling. That's our job. So I'm going to challenge all of you to never stop daydreaming. Now, when I was little, one of my big dreams was to become a mom, a wife, and to create a happy family. But I had other dreams too, and they were mighty big ones. But the first step was to create my family. So, first step, that's me at a birthday party. That's me with my dolly. Can you imagine? Andy found these. Thank you, Andy. But I had some mighty big dreams, so now I have to align my team with my dream. Who was your team when you were a child or your parents? My parents were very aligned with my dream. They encouraged me to work smart, and I encourage you to work smart, which means that you're going to surround yourself with people that support your dream, that encourage you, that believe in you. And then they'll shape your experiences, and you'll foster wonderful experiences, and you'll go on to create more and more people's dreams come true. I love getting little messages where people say, "You made my dream come true." No, I didn't. You did. Each of us is responsible for making our own dream come true. This opportunity, the products, the community, all of those things can go to make your dream come true. But you are in charge. Now, they also encouraged me to be a wife and a mother. And then, at 17 years of age, I left my home in New York and traveled to Utah to attend Brigham Young University. Now, I didn't know one person, and I had one suitcase, and it was really the first time I'd ever been away from home. And I was 17 years old, and I was thrown into a very religious environment. And it was a change, and it was a growing experience, and I had challenges. Oh, I had challenges. But I stuck to it. My second year at BYU, I get married. Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, I got married to that guy. Did you already show my married one? I don't know. Okay. And being the overachiever that I am, I got pregnant on my honeymoon. Yay! I'm so good at stuff. Anyway, there I was, barely 20 years old, when a beautiful baby was placed into my arms. And I'm going to tell you something. I had never even babysat. I had never changed a diaper. And they hand me a human being to take care of. Don't they know who I am? No. It worked. We named her Alicia Joy, and I learned right along with her what it was like to be a mom. And it was a thrilling and wonderful experience. But unfortunately, dreams, oh no, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, okay, let me know. This is okay. Dreams aren't pink clouds. Going through the air, because guess what comes along? The sky gets dark, and there's jagged lights of unpredictability, and a storm comes through, and there are challenges. But it is in meeting these challenges, each and every one of you, solving problems, learning how to get through the hard stuff, that keep our dreams alive. Everything we want lives behind a wall of sheer fear. Who we become as we face those fears and challenges is how we discover our best selves. That's when we experience growth. And guess what comes with growth? Growing pains. I like to say here that life is like a roller coaster. I love saying that. Because you know how exciting it is when you go way up and then go like, okay, that's what life is. And, it's all about anticipating that. Anyway, it's a journey towards a dream. Viktor Frankl says that we find meaning in the mayhem, not at the end of the rainbow. Or my dad would have said more simply, when you asked him for the 100th time, when are we going to get there? He would say, part of the fun of the trip is the ride. Remember that. Part of the fun, because if you're not having fun, you don't want to do it. So part of the fun of the trip is the ride. Because to me, to be honest, even though I had this great baby and it was wonderful, it was horrifyingly challenging, but richly rewarding. It was horrifying because I had all this responsibility. My husband worked on an oil rig. He was never really in town. We had no money. The delivery was rough. And after arriving home, my husband left. Me and the fish tanks, I remember that, me and the baby and the fish tanks in that one little bedroom apartment. Not really, and no washing machine, gosh, no, and cloth diapers, remember those? No, probably not. Before you were born. But when I looked around, I did not see my dreams coming true. But I saw my dreams coming true. You know what I mean? Listen to the side of your brain that says, I see my dreams coming true. Because despite all that, I had this baby and everything was going good. I'm seeing my dreams and they're going to come true. But 2 months after Alicia was born, I had viral encephalitis, which is a very serious disease. No one knows how I got it. I just got it. And at first the baby could have it because it's done through body fluids. Then I'm in a coma. And I'm supposed to die. But I didn't. I didn't die. That's a whole other story. But I didn't die. And I did forget a bunch of stuff, but it's back. Because I'm just letting you know this because life's not always so easy. You look at me, oh, she's so successful. Yay, yes. But I've been through stuff. And every one of you could say that. And after 5 months of being on seizure medication and told, do not get pregnant, I get pregnant with baby number 2. So now my babies are 16 months apart. I almost died. I actually almost died twice. Nothing an airplane thing, but forget it. And this is great because the dream of becoming a mom had come true. Like, my dream came true. But there were a whole bunch of other things out there that they were never very far from my mind. Up, what's going on? Okay. And I'm sure that every one of you has stories like this, right? But don't dwell on those stories, because I kind of forget those stories when somebody had to say to me in writing this that I had to talk about my difficulties and my challenges. Because I'm much more happy about the good stuff, right? We don't want to, and I've actually had people say, I never knew that about you. So I shared something with you because I want you to understand that we all have our story. And we should share our story when people come to us and say, guess what, this and this and this is happening. And say, yes, oh good, because this is going to change and grow from this. Because every single one of those opportunities has caused me to change and grow. So often, disappointments come because when you have a failure, you're disappointed, right? Because you're predicting this fabulous outcome. So you're responsible for disappointment. So don't get disappointed, because you're responsible for that. You just anticipated an outcome that did not happen this time, right? It could happen next time, as long as you keep trying. I think I'm all weirded out on my steps, but okay. Step 4, allow your dreams to turn into steps. One success leads to another. If my father used dreams as building materials, he would make them steps. Because, you don't do one massive step to success, right? It's baby steps. And it takes a while. I love to hear people say, I didn't become a team lead until I was 6 years in the business. So what? Good. You learned, you grew, you talked, you shared, you improved. That's what life's about, and it's not that title, it's about the process of that. Because if I hadn't gone through all of those initial trying times as a young wife and mother, would I have had the courage and the insight to go and make my other dreams come true? And that's the golden question. Because it was while I was changing diapers and rocking crying babies that my next dream swelled big in my imagination. Now guess who else started with a teeny tiny dream? Do you know the story of Walt Disney? Well, he said all dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Are you courageous? Because that's what it's going to take to be successful. Courage, persistence, and recognizing that you have a gift to share. Because dreams are achieved one step at a time, even little baby steps. And today, I stand before you as the mother of 4, the grandmother of 10, maybe more to come, and also with deep pride as one of the grandmothers of New Skin. Dreams whisper to us that we were meant for more, that no matter where we begin, we are capable of greatness. Our dreams are the seed of every achievement, every invention, and every success story. When we dream, life can become an adventure. Any success I've experienced has come because my dreams have given me direction. They become my driving force, my reason for rising up in the morning and staying up late at night. And let me share how that dream brought us all together. One day when I was in the city with my dad, I looked up at a skyscraper and I said, I want to live up there. I want to live up there in the clouds. And that was when my dad, but I told him more stuff too. I told him I wanted to build a $1 million business. And I don't remember saying that to my dad, but my 2 girlfriends, Meg and Rita, when I told them this story, said, oh, you said you wanted to be a millionaire. I said, I did? Yes, you wanted to be a millionaire. So that's with an accent, I don't know if you understand, but yes. And I remember looking up and saying, I want this and I want that. And I wanted a ranch. Because I saw that show, that TV show, where there was all these people with horses. I loved horses. So I saw that and I said, oh, I want a ranch. And my dad said, well, you better marry a rich rancher. Daddy, why can't I be a rich rancher? I stand here grateful for the power of these dreams and the power of the challenges I've had to overcome to achieve them. And I am so proud that I have been able to walk this journey with you because you were on my dream board, but you didn't exist yet. 100%. A Brazilian, let's recap. Oh, what happened? Okay. What happened to my script, I wonder? Where am I? Oh, great, that's in Spanish, that helps. Okay, let's recap how my dreams took us to this part of being part of our Christian family. Can we recap that? No. Okay, show the next slide, maybe. That'll give me a hint. Yeah, it's in Spanish. Okay, that's the recap. That's the steps you need to do. Okay, make room for your dreams. Align yourself, your dreams with your team.
Wait for challenges.
Oh, it's got challenges. Allow your dreams to be baby steps. Very. Be flexible. Spanish 101. Every dream that I've ever had, I've imagined. So what are you imagining? Think to yourself. Follow those little steps. Follow these steps I shared with you. Because the truest joy in achieving your dream is sharing it. Because, I might have gotten the ranch, but I shared it, and I continue to share it. Because that's where we find our joy. When we make our own dreams come true, and then we share it with others. Right? And you can do it every day you do it. Doesn't it make you happy? All right, what's my next slide? I don't know what to say. There I am. Motivado por el amor para usted. Thank you for being here, because you were one decision away from making a bad one and not be here. So we're very glad you're here. And we're also full of love for each and every one of you. And if you ever think this is too hard, I have to quit, don't do it. Call someone, because we are in the business of making dreams come true, and I want to make your dream come true.